Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and our next guest is the District Manager of Community Board 6 and also the City Council nominee for District 15. And he joins us today to talk about his campaign and the future he envisions for his district. Please welcome to the show, John Sanchez. John, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
What inspired you to run? I mean, I see you got your sneakers on. You showed us before we took this shot here. You got your sneakers on. You're ready to run.
Always ready to run. What inspired me to run is very simple. Growing up on 184th and Park Avenue in the Central Bronx, I wanted to make this a neighborhood where people feel like they can stay in, raise a family, and thrive rather than feel like they have to leave the Bronx to make it. And really just making the neighborhood better and making it one where people feel like they can return to rather than flee from.
What are some of the issues? Everybody has issues. I have issues, you have issues, but the issues that we're talking about or what the constituents are concerned about, some of the issues that you are heartfelt, that you're passionate about, that you're running on.
Number one issue is jobs. We had high unemployment pre-pandemic. Now we have Great Depression levels of unemployment, and specifically for people without a college degree. There's so much talent in the Bronx, but people tend to think if you don't have a college degree, you need to be relegated to a minimum wage job. I completely reject that. We need to be investing in jobs that don't require a college degree, but that do pay well. And I'm very passionate about education. I mean, I was fortunate. My parents were able to afford Catholic school, and that allowed me to go to NYU and so forward. But that opportunity isn't available to the vast majority of young people in the Bronx. So what are we doing to make our schools better and so they can thrive? I mean, my story shouldn't be a diamond in the rough. I think the Bronx is a field full of diamonds, and we need to expose that talent to the world.
Yeah. What are some of the things or challenges that you're facing right now as the district manager during the pandemic?
Well, the big challenge, I mean, we're hearing complaints about people having issues with finding food, dealing with remote learning. You have mom and dad at home trying to work, but then they're trying to make sure that their child gets their learning in. And then I think the big thing hovering over people is rent. When will all of those months of past due rent be due? How will they make that work? I mean, it's hard for people to make 1 month rent versus 5-6 months. That's what I'm really concerned about, the rent.
Yeah. You have any suggestions on what people should do? Because that is a major concern, and people, they're worried.
Well, number one thing, perfect segue, vote November 3rd, because we won't be able to deal with the rent issue unless we get federal relief. And the federal government is the entity that can provide funding and relief for renters, small landlords, and businesses. And we need a new president to make that happen.
Yeah. What do you see out there in the Bronx as far as early voting? Long lines?
Early voting, it's been great. There's been long lines, which is encouraging. There's been big turnout. And usually there is big turnout during a presidential election. I think the lesson for next time is to make sure that we have more early voting sites. We have expanded hours. And we probably should have early voting for a whole month before the election, just so it's easy for people that don't have the time to wait 5 or 6 hours in line.
So this is not election day anymore.
Exactly. Make it an election month so you could go whenever your schedule work permits.
Yeah. But, I wish they would do something like that. That way, you can feel comfortable about exercising your right to vote. But there's so many trying to keep people from voting. Let's keep you in the dark. But, we have to wake up our people and say, hey, look, we need to get out there and exercise our vote because people are trying to keep you from doing it. That's why it's important.
100%. And voting should be as easy as going to the supermarket. You have a bunch of options. You go whenever you want. And there's simple things that the state could do to make this easier. Automatic voter registration. Same day voter registration. Well, if you're not registered, you know what? I want to get registered the day of the election and just vote. We just need to make it easy for everyone. If we care about democracy, regardless of your party, make it easy and simple for people to vote.
Yeah. You know the people who are running in your district?
Yes, there's 6 other people running, and we're looking forward to a competitive election.
You're good. You didn't name the names of these people. I didn't want to give them any props or anything like that. But there's 6 other people running.
Yes, yes.
if you were debating one of them, what would some of the things, what would you be talking? I know you'd be talking about the rent and some of those things, but you know, there's somebody on the other side hitting you with different things. How would you approach that?
Yeah, well, I think my argument or my case for why I should be elected is because I have the most experience. As district manager of Community Board 6, I've transformed what a community board can do, sponsoring open gyms for young people, sponsoring financial literacy classes, sponsoring fitness classes for young people, even having a scholarship contest for high school students. So we've transformed what a community board can do. I'll do the same thing at the city council. I'm not just talking about ideas, I have a track record.
Yeah, you're doing some things. I see that you secured a $200,000 grant for Bronx small businesses.
Yes, yes. Well, the Department of Small Business Services, they had this program where they would help small businesses improve their storefront facade. So it looks more pleasing, better sight lines. And they reached out to every community board in the Bronx. My community board was the only one to respond. So I gave SBS a tour of East Tremont, and they decided they're going to give $200,000 to businesses on East Tremont. That's just one example of how I'd be different in the city council, taking that initiative.
There you go. So you're going to help people save money and help businesses make money.
That's what we want. We want people to rise. We don't want people to be low income forever. We want people to have that opportunity to rise up, make a better life for them and their families.
Well, good luck with you with everything that you're doing in the community board and the 2021 race, city council. What district is that again?
15th district, Fordham Road, West Farms, Allerton, East Tremont.
Ah, I got some cousins over there in Allerton. I got to give them a call.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. Where can we learn more about you?
Yeah. The website is johnsanchezforny.com. Instagram, John Sanchez NY.
There you go. John Sanchez. Thank you so much. And good luck with everything.
Thank you, Dr. Bob. Really appreciate it.
You got it. All right. We'll take a break right here. We've got more. We're running. We got it going on Open.